Hello, this is Stefan from X-Dream Media with our fourth how-to video on our published product. This video is about using AI for automatic video editing and storytelling. Here at our desktop, I've already opened x-dream-Fabrik, and now in this case in the so-called automatic editing workspace. This is pre-configured for this special scenario. We have some example content that is uploaded with the usual methods that you have seen in other modules, and we have also some text created. So we want to use again the showcase about our invitation to the IBC trade show. For that we have created videos. I was inviting, Jutta was inviting, Joanna was inviting, and we have also some text. The text is saved in our research panel. Remember, the research panel is like the private notebook of a journalist, and we use this here in this particular case for the text sources. And here in the middle we have the so-called editorial board. There is a template prepared for a simple social post, and what we do first is we create a new social post. So it is the IBC invitation, and we make use of an existing template, and we also want to create a story from that. We say we want to have a new story automatically created, so with a chained process. This module creates downstream placeholders in other modules. And this is of, let's say, category news, and author name that is probably like me. Not that necessary this very moment, it's just if we want to see and search the stories later on again. Anything missing? No, I think we are complete. So I press save, and as you can see, we have a new story created. Now, what is this thing here in the middle about? I need to explain probably first a little bit, and then we make use of it. We have green, blue, and black boxes. What do they do? The blue boxes mark the beginning and the end of a story. At the end of the day, this is like a pass through a story. Like we have some opening text, we have a video, we have a closing text, and that is creating a website. Or we have an opening speech, a video that plays, an interview, and a closing speech, and that is like an on-air video. And in our particular case, we are now creating a social post, and that is way simpler, because a story on a social media typically consists from like a headline, a little bit of a description, hashtags, things like that, and mainly the video. Video because that is trending. Now, our ingredients are collected in these green boxes. We have one for text and another one for videos, pictures, audios. And the black boxes are about various AI. Now, let's make use of that. So first we say we want to collect the text. I've just double-clicked on that one, and I now want to take some of these paragraphs that we have prepared. So let's say my intro paragraph from a longer, and then like, I would love to see you at the trade show. That's enough for this social post. So I've opened this collection box. Then I'm opening the other collection box, and that is for the videos. So we can already shrink that panel. We don't need that anymore. We have 3 videos available where I was speaking. Then there is, where is it? Jutta inviting you to meet us. And when I remember right, there was also Joanna speaking here in Munich, somewhere in the city. And so we have now these 3 videos. Now, what's the AI doing? First, it creates us a text. Then we make use of that text and create a voiceover. And in parallel to that, we take the text, so the script, and have this AI to create us a summary video, so it cuts a video automatically based on the assets that we have provided as sources. And then finally we render out. There are two possibilities how we do operate that. We could open all the individual black boxes, or we can simply use this final node where we have like a cookbook. It tells us you need to do this, 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 and this, and then finally you are done and you can publish that story. Obviously we cannot yet publish because it's grayed out. Now why is that? It is that we have collected the text, but all the others have not been performed. So I can open them from here. So like I can say, please create me the text, and that is here, the AI text generator. I can simply say, make me a proposal with using AI. It says, good evening. Now, why is that? Because this very moment it's rather late afternoon. And I can now correct that text. I can say, oh, wow, that's too long, and probably want to change that a little bit, tonality I don't like. But let's keep it simple. I say, save it. I would have achieved the exact same when I'm opening this box directly here. Now, let's do a different approach. Let's say we want to now create the voiceover. We see the script. Again, I can review. I need to kind of approve. And then we create the audio. And this is now calling a text-to-speech AI, creates us the audio and sends it back and makes it available in this process. So it takes a moment, and then later we will see a file to show up here below that that we can play, can approve, and then can make use of. By the way, approval is very important to us. While we propose to use AI, we stand for authentic content, and that means humans need to be involved. So we at least like that content is being proved, reviewed, but we also encourage to refine, to work on the text. Yeah, so here it is, and now I can play it. I've turned off the audio here because too noisy. Then finally there is the video creation. So can open it from here. And as you see, there is no video yet because we have our text again as an input. So this comes from that box. And here we have the ability to feed the AI with more than just our script or transcript as it's called here. And before we want to start the automatic video editing, we give it some advice what to do. So we say, create a social post video in professional style and tonality. So, and could be more detailed, and so on. And then we say create. Now, this sends our script plus our source videos to the AI. Videos are analyzed, transcript is created, content is checked what it is, and then the AI creates the video that represents the text best possible. So it will find the sequences within our sources that we have provided that visualize the story that we want to tell best possible. So we see that now status is in process, and that can take a moment. We can follow what happens if we would look up our workflow view, and we can see when it's about to finish. I think, let's see whether we find that workflow. It is the cross-media publishing monitoring. No, sorry, that is the wrong one. Here, submitting to play video, that it is. Come on. So here we can see what happens this very moment. So we have uploaded assets, a timeline will be created, timeline is refined, then it comes back as done. So that means the result of this action is an EDL, an editing decision list. Back to our application. So this is just for the people that are curious, because we can see the status here as well. It says in process. At this point, we will cut that video because we don't want to jointly wait. And once it's finished, we'll come back and continue from this point. I've now selected a different example where the automatic video editing has finished already. So here we can see the timeline as it comes back. So as said, it used the transcript and found video sources that do tell that story. We see it here as a timeline. Now, last but not least, we want to receive the video, and that is done in the rendering. So we can open it from here, or we can also open it from the end node, same result, where we then simply say render the video. The video has pre-rendered earlier. For that reason, this is grayed out here. We can see it already. And now what we want to do is we want to put that video to the archive. Why is that? We use the archive as a buffer, as this place where we can later on make use of that video for the publication. It's simply where the publishing workflow finds the video. And back to our end of the story, we want to publish that story to stories right now. And here in this particular case, it was already pre-selected earlier that we go to social media and to web. But what is missing in this case is the story that we want to publish into. So we need to select that. So we have created our IBC invitation. Just need to save that. And yeah, then we say publish. Here on the right-hand side, we see the stories view. So the idea of Fabrik is that we do have this stories module for different purposes. It is, as you can see, made for the publication to social, web, linear, and radio. We can have side-by-side views. So we remember, we said this goes to social and to web. And in this case, we have now created text information only that goes to social and to the website. For whatever reason the video is missing, don't get annoyed by that. But what we need to do is we need to approve it. So you can see we have different versions of that video. Earlier version, so this was empty, and then we did an auto-created version from the editorial panel. And it's in the draft mode this very moment, what means I cannot publish it yet. It would get refused by the publication module. And what I do right now, I do approve. And now we are ready for the publication. And guess what? You remember from the earlier video, what happens next is the same as we have seen earlier. We now create a publication job. The difference is that in the earlier examples, we've been publishing from the assets, and now we do a publication of a story. So let's give it a name first. IBC invitation. And we go to, again, let's say YouTube and LinkedIn and to X or Twitter. And now we do a drag and drop from the stories. So once I've created the publication and did a drag and drop of my story, the IBC invitation, into the publishing panel, we have a prepared publication job. And again, we have selected the publication targets, in this case the website, YouTube, LinkedIn, and the metadata is prepared already. We select again the publication category and some more metadata, so for YouTube as well a category. And then finally we probably want to define the publication date, let's say like tomorrow, and we say in the morning at 10, and sorry, this, and we just say save. That enables us in a moment the publication button. We press publication. Content is being sent to the cloud, from the cloud to all the social media platforms, as you have seen in the earlier videos. Thank you so much for watching.